Dave White with New York Sea Grant is joining this morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good. Good to be with you.
There's a Great Lakes underwater series coming up in Clayton.
There is. We have done Great Lakes underwater for about 14 years. We took a couple of years off with a program we used to do at SUNY Oswego, looking at diving, shipwrecks, and underwater opportunities in the Great Lakes. We've now partnered with the Great Lakes Seaway Trail to bring it back as an occasional series, and we're going to have the first one in Clayton on September 8th, and we're going to be focusing on some of the newer opportunities, some new things that are occurring, some new wrecks that are out there. We're going to hear from Jim Kennard about the Ontario, which is many consider the holy grail, if you will, of shipwrecks that are in New York's Great Lakes water, and there is a picture of it there. Jim's an excellent presenter. In fact, Jim just recently, within a week ago, announced another shipwreck found. So he's kind of, we consider him kind of our Jacques Cousteau of upstate New York, because he finds wrecks in all over the upstate New York area. We're going to have Doug Pippin talking about another wreck site here up on the St. Lawrence River. And we're going to have the National Weather Service join us and talk about how does weather come into play with these shipwrecks. So really trying to put a nice little package together talking about it, and it's going to be at the Clayton Opera House.
I heard a veteran diver once say that all of the ships on the St. Lawrence and Lake Ontario eventually sank somewhere.
They did.
That makes it kind of a treasure ground underwater.
It really did. We have hundreds of wrecks. The interesting thing, and makes it so uniquely different from saltwater, is the wrecks we have are fully intact many times. Right. So however they went down, that's how they are, because of the cold water, the depth of the water. Many are within diving areas, so divers have a great opportunity to take advantage of them. Some of the wrecks we'll be talking about are in deeper water, so really the only way to experience them is through an ROV, side scan sonar. And the other wonderful thing about it is when Jim and Doug come, they really talk about the history. Why did these wrecks occur? What was going on at the time? So they go beyond just here's a ship and isn't this cool and that kind of thing, but they really get into the history, the archaeology of it, and really share that. So it's a great opportunity for divers to come learn, historians to come learn, and those that just are really interested in our cultural resources that are underwater that we can't see many times until Jim and Doug and others bring them to life for us.
Yeah. Now some of it is above water, like Carlton Island.
It is. It is. You know, Carlton Island, some of the resources there, and also all of these are tied to either, you know, a War of 1812, French and Indian War. So there's also that linkage back to the fort they came from, where they were built. So there's always the linkage back to the land interface, the activities that were going on at the time. So that's where, you know, Doug and Jim and others always bring it to life for us and talk about the people as well as the ship itself, what was occurring. And I'm personally excited about the weather service aspect to talk about the weather with shipwrecks, because so many of them went down because of weather and the activities that were occurring at the time.
So I'm sure there'll be lots of photos like and maps and such as we're seeing now.
There will be, and that one that is there now is actually a picture of a new system that I was here last month talking about, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that, which is the GLOS observation system for boaters on the St. Lawrence River, where boaters can go on now and find out real-time some of the new technology. We're also going to talk about a new program we're going to put into place for water trail development for canoeists and kayakers, another boat use. So we're also going to talk about some of the newer technologies. So old shipwrecks, new technologies, the weather, we're going to blend it all together for a nice afternoon program.
Fascinating stuff, and it's again September 8th in Clayton. Where and when?
At the Opera House, noon to 5, and you can get information by going to seawaytrail.com for registration. It's $10 pre-advanced, $8 for seniors, $5 for military. So go on to seawaytrail.com, sign up. We'd love to have you join us on September 8th at the Clayton Opera House.
All right, Dave, thanks very much.
Good to see you, John. Have a great day.
We'll be right back.